Minutes of questioning until some other members arrive. You know, your testimony about donors that are still alive and the one yelling, "Help me," or mouthing, "Help me," is absolutely terrifying. And I used to serve in the Arizona State Legislature before coming to Congress, and I think every year out on the lawn at the state capitol, the Arizona Donor Network had a big event, and to encourage people to sign up for the donor list. And if word got out to more people that these type of things were happening, I think there would be less donors to sign up. So we need to continue to work to try to improve this. So my question to each one of you, we have 4 minutes left. In 1 minute each, if you stood in an elevator with a Congress member, tell that Congress member, me, what we can do as Congress members. We've already passed a law. What can we do to change this?
I think a very good first step is, as a few of us has testified, deconflicting the OPTN board and moving to board appointments, including because, as Dr. Karp testified, the MPSC has always been a captured body. That is the organization that's supposed to investigate these patient safety claims. If there were a functioning MPSC and they were meaningfully investigating these claims, including so that people felt comfortable even bringing these claims to the MPSC in the first place, that would be an excellent deterrent. And the other point that I will make is there is no clinical licensure requirements that CMS, Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services, has ever imposed on OPO staff that are interacting with donor patients. I will tell you, I had an Uber driver when I was in Los Angeles a couple weeks ago who asked me what I did a couple months ago, and I said something about organ donation, and he told me that he, in his as a side job from his Uber job, does organ recoveries for the local OPO there. And it just was astounding to me that my Uber driver is part-time doing organ recoveries, and I think we need to professionalize this.
Sir.
So you need to recognize the work that the best performing OPOs do. Until recently, we haven't even been able to know that because the metrics were captured, but now with the CMS work, we can, and spread the best practices of the OPOs who are out there really doing the job well, and quit shielding the ones who are underperforming. Right now, the system's meant to protect institutions, transplant centers, and OPOs. All metrics and all regulation needs to be centered on patients and what's best for them. The MPSC has had the same problem. They impose metrics on transplant centers that aren't patient-centric, and they have said they don't have the staff, the time, or the energy in order to investigate every complaint, and that needs to be changed.
Thank you.
I'll be quick. People and process. You got to get the right people in place, and you have to have the right process, and we're working towards that, because the day-to-day, minute-to-minute decisions, you can't legislate those. But you have to get the right people in place and get the right process in place so that complaints can be addressed and the system can improve itself.
So we've already passed law, and it seems like things aren't changing. And so, I mean, we have funding, but I would hate not to fund something as important as this. So that's why I'm trying to get to the root. Like, what do we do next besides complain, have hearings? You, sir.
So yeah, I would just continue to put pressure on both CMS and HRSA actually to hold the OPOs, OPTN accountable, make sure their data is being published, everything is transparent. I feel like transparency is very important for this so that our patients and everyone else can see what's going on. And I just think continued pressure, and also just make sure that they have the funding to have their oversight and continue to be able to hold these organizations accountable.
Thank you, all of you. This is very interesting, and I'm kind of thinking like, well, we need to publicize it, but we kind of don't want to publicize it because then we'd hurt the number of people that are actually going to donate their organs. So we're kind of this is a problem, and I thank you for being here and testifying. And with that, I yield back. Next, I recognize